heading towards the town of Bartersville. I hadn't been down this direction in a little bit, so I figured, why not? I looked at both stores down here are open for a while. So I was thinking about wrapping it up. After I actually recorded a quick video, and I went from a vintage stock to a flea market. I was like, what was cool that I came across, they had 2 wrestling belts at the vintage stock, so that was cool. I mean, I wanted them, but damn, they were expensive. But yep, I am heading off to Bartersville. I do have some trades. I don't know if they're gonna want to take any of my sports games from Sega Genesis, but maybe I'll trade in my if I can get a good deal on my NES in the box, maybe I'll get a good deal, or maybe trade in the NES. So, and I took a little break, like I was just having something to eat and drink, and listening to some wrestling soup. So, and I finally just took, after that break, I figured to give you guys another stream. I do want to record some stuff later on. I might want to sleep hardcore later on. I might get an iced coffee or something. So, and you know what? When I put in travel from where I was to Bartersville was less than an hour, it's like, okay, I'll give it a shot. If it was over an hour, I probably would say, nah. But what's cool is just most of it's one long shot. Just put it on cruise control and go. I do gotta get gas though, that's one thing. Once I hit Bartersville, maybe go from one game store to the other, I'll gotta get gas, get something for a headache. So hopefully you guys doing pretty good out there. You know, I would love to travel to somewhere else for you guys and have my GPS just tell me where to go. But last time I tried doing GPS and recording, it looked like shit. It was very choppy, and that was just a recording. I wasn't even going live. I'm glad that I'm able to hit live, because I always wanted to do this for you guys, to go live on these instead of just recordings, because a lot of times I know I could interact with you guys. So you know what, let's flip this thing around. I love that. There we go. To the left is actually a warehouse. It reminds me when I used to work for a big 500, I'm trying to remember what's it called, the big 500 company. But one of the companies that I was had account to do work at trailers on trailers for was the account was a Home Depot, and I would be working at their warehouse on the lot, and a lot of times you'll be working on the trailers that are against the fence in their parking spots, and it really sucks when you want to do stuff in the back because, and this is one of the reasons I started buying cordless stuff like power tools to do the job instead of running off air power, because you had to pull the air lines out, and even though it's on a reel, then you have to pull it, reel it back, and it's like it was always a freaking nightmare. And the worst is when it snowed. Because it'd be snow on the ground. It was just a freaking nightmare. That's one of the things I'm happy where I'm at. One, I'm pretty much moved inside the shop instead of working outside. Even though right now the shop I have is actually more. They have an awning for the outside that you can do a lot of work under the awning. So it would protect you from the rain for most of it, unless you're doing some work on the front of the trailers. But that's better than nothing. Dude, I've been places where you work outside, and that's your shop, that's your work area, is working outside. I really hated that shit when I was in Pennsylvania with those winter months, those winter seasons. So I'm grateful for working inside nowadays. Hey, sometimes it cuts down the heat. We got fans inside. I got my own air blower. Last year I bought a box fan that was garbage. I wish I'd never bought it because it barely pushes in the air. But yeah, I'm just heading out and about. It's pretty like nothing out there right now. You can kind of see it's all farmland right now until you get into the town of Bartlesville. You know what's weird? I heard there's a law. I don't know how much this is true, but if you have like a body of water or a pond, if you don't have a fence around it, then people are allowed to go on it and go fish on it. So I don't know how much of that is accurate. I think it is kind of to a certain point, because like I know in my old neighborhood, actually the neighborhood outside my old neighborhood had a couple ponds that were fenced, and they had no problem if you go out there and fish. So, and what's funny, one of my old neighborhoods too, they had a small little pond, and they literally have a fence going through the pond. I'm like, okay, so you have half a pond to like, I have one side of a pond, and you have the other side of that pond. Dude, I have so many memories going fishing a lot. Like, what was the funniest things? My uncle had his old house he used to live had a pond that people kind of own partial of the pond as well. But here's the kicker: there's a bunch of high grass areas around it, and me and my buddies, we tried several things. We wanted to go like after work or something. It'd be at night, so it was like we bought these lanterns. They're like waterproof. We figured, hey, throw it in the water and they'll illuminate it. That did not work right. It was just pitch black. It was a bad idea. And I remember driving my parents' minivan down there, and it was catching all this tall grass into its grill and underneath. So once we were done, we had to stop at the car wash and yank out all the tall grass. And the thing that sucked about that area is that you had to be extremely careful because it had a ton of ticks. And like you had to watch yourself over because ticks will be crawling over you. Like at one time I was driving, I saw one crawling on my arm. I was like, motherfucker! And just swiped it off my arm before it bit me. And check yourself when you get home too. But and then a lot of times, I think when I had my Dodge Ram, I would hook up my dad's fishing boat, and we would take that to that same pond. And this fishing boat was very light, so I think the three or four of us could literally pick it up and launch it in there ourselves. I think the only thing they asked us not to do with that boat is using the gas motor, so we have a trolling motor. So it was like, that's fine. We have officially entered the town of Bartlesville. We hadn't come to the area yet where the video games are. So, but now, if you come and look to the right, welcome to Bartlesville. Right there, just past it in that green sign. And I can see why they don't have... You know what? It's not a small town, but also it's not a big city area. So you figure this should have a lot more people to come in and sell their video games. And they have a couple good stores here, too. One of my favorite chains of ice cream, Brahms, to the right. I gotta get gas and, oh, shit. Costanza, when did you just type that in and say you're on the way to eat ass? When did you type that? Because I didn't see that. No, I don't eat no ass. Dude, no, that's just disgusting, man. I don't know why people are into eating ass or ass play or whatever. I have no desire about that shit. I mean, doing anal, okay, that's one thing. But, I can't believe some of the guys I worked with, they would tell me, yeah, I eat ass all the time. I was like, that's disgusting. Like, the second I would smell poop, I'd be ready to throw up. Like when I had to clean up after the dogs, a lot of times I had to keep it away as far as possible, or I'm gonna gag. Dude, I definitely gotta get something for a headache. I am hurting on the headache right now. John Kane. Kane's going for something. I doxed him. John Kane, I doxed you. Oh gosh. Yeah, I just don't understand why people are into that type of shit, though. I'm sure you guys were chatting because I didn't see Costanza pop that up. I had the live chat to see if anyone said anything. And we're about to hit where the video game stores are coming up. What's funny, coming up to the left, there's these 3 big water tanks or water towers, and they have an old English says hot, warm, and cold. So that's weird. I don't know if you guys are gonna be able to see it. I've got literally a biker behind me. But yeah, you can kind of see it right there. And it says those 3 water towers right there. It says hot, warm, and cold. Oh, and that's usually a good sign where I am about to turn off because the video game stalls is going to be coming up after this stoplights. Not this one, but I think it's the next one after that. What's wild, apparently there's still a Long John Silver still open over here. I mean, all the Long John Silvers that I know where they are, they've been closed down, and this is the only one that's still open. Here we go. Turn here. I think I'm gonna need coffee myself. But, whoa, shit. That's it. I hope you guys been able to see me just fine because apparently I did have my GPS on. Hopefully I was streaming okay. Maybe that's, I have no idea. They didn't say poor connection or what. Here we go to Game Exchange. See it right there, Game Exchange. So I'm gonna pull in. And I'll see what happens. So maybe I'll stream again in a few. We'll see. Thank you for watching, guys. Bye.